I was top of my class at the academy.
Didn't forget. Just don't care.
Besides having the best cop name in animation history, Judy Hopps is one dedicated, eagle-eyed officer. But like many fans of the magical mammal metropolis, even Hopps might have missed some of these hard-to-spot animation and plot mistakes. Let's see if you caught these 19 mistakes in Zootopia.
Well, this is so exciting, actually. I mean, well, I never get to do anything this important.
Number 1. Sure, that's a cute picture, but we had our eyes on something else.
Chief Bogo, please.
When Miss Otterton shows up at Chief Bogo's office, her purse is on her right arm, only for it to disappear in the next shot. But don't worry, it somehow reappears in the very next shot. However subtle it may be, it's surprising that animators didn't notice this one. Number 2. If there's one thing we all hope never disappears, it's our keys. When Judy's landlord is showing her her luxury apartment, she grabs the keys in her right hand. But a few seconds later, they're nowhere to be seen. This mistake feels even more ironic since Judy's landlord warned her of this very mistake a few seconds earlier.
Don't lose your key.
Thank you.
We hope there's a copy of that key somewhere. Number 3. Is that a moving deadbolt? On Judy's first big day as a police officer, we see her reach up over her head to unlock her door. When she turns back, the deadbolt is somehow significantly lower on the door. We're just going to assume the animators suddenly adjusted it to rabbit height. How thoughtful? Number 4. Turns out there's several environmental mistakes in Judy's apartment. In the next one, Judy's alarm clock is the problem. In the morning, the alarm clock is on Judy's windowsill. Fast forward to that night, and you'll see it's now on her desk. Any theories as to how it could have jumped spots while Judy was gone? Number 5. Wait, wasn't there a notepad there? After a long first day, Judy drops her phone and green notepad on the table. In the next shot, Judy wallows in some good old-fashioned self-pity while flipping through sad songs. Hey, we've all been there. But what we can't get past is that her green notepad is just gone. Number 6. There's something about Judy's apartment that just keeps these mistakes coming. Notice that Judy is wearing her police uniform when she gets home. But in this shot through the microwave, she's now wearing a pink t-shirt. When she finally eats, she's back in uniform. We know rabbits are fast, but this has to be some sort of quick change record. Number 7. This mistake is so quick, we'll consider you a super fan if you caught it.
You get some rest.
Those meters aren't gonna make themselves.
Bye-bye.
When Judy says goodbye to her folks on the phone, the time on the screen reads 8:40 p.m. But when she hangs up, her lock screen says it's 9:44 p.m.
Oh, wait a second. Holy cripes, Bonnie, look at that.
Oh, my sweet.
A whole hour went by in the time she hung up. It seems time really does fly when you're not looking. Number 8. Somebody needs to get their numbers right. As we know, the main storyline here is Judy trying to solve the case of 15 missing mammals.
Bring him home to me and my babies, please.
So why does Mayor Lionheart say there are 12.5 missing?
Because I got 12.5 animals here who've gone off the rails crazy.
That's 18. Does Lionheart need to work on his math? Or is there a plot theory we need to look into about an extra 3 missing mammals here?
Great idea. Tell the public.
Number 9. Sometimes characters are pointing right to mistakes, and we still miss them.
It's called a hustle, sweetheart.
In this scene, we see Judy get Nick to help with the investigation by looking into his tax records. But look closer at the file. Judy flips the pages over to the left and starts reading them, but they only appear on the right side in the next shot.
5 years jail time.
Well, it's my word against yours.
Maybe it was the wind, because pages don't tend to flip on their own. Number 10. Okay, wait. We need to stick on this obvious mistake for a second. Here we see Judy stuck in cement as she's walking down the street after Nick. In the next close-up, Judy hasn't moved, but the background has. It looks like Judy somehow pivoted 90 degrees in solid cement.
Hang in there.
Isn't a rabbit's foot known for luck? And not for being able to move through cement? Number 11. In the same scene, a construction worker behind Judy is not exactly impressed that she ruined his work. But we're focused on what suddenly appears in his hands. A cement smoother. In the last shot, his hands were completely empty, and he was actually using his tail. Genius. So, despite their mistakes, we're giving points for creativity to the animators on this one. Number 12. Now, this is a mistake we wouldn't mind making a reality.
Goodness. They really did hire a bunny.
When Judy first meets Benjamin Clawhauser at the police headquarters, it's pretty clear from several shots of his neck that there's nothing lodged in there.
Oh, you've actually got. There's a.
What?
Well, not until a second later when a donut suddenly appears in it. This mistake doesn't make much sense, but we're still pretty jealous of this weird ability. Number 13. Okay, let's see if you can explain this one. During the school play, Charlotte grabs an astronaut helmet from behind the bush next to her. Only problem is, there was nothing behind that bush a few seconds ago. We have a hard time believing someone backstage placed that helmet there at lightning speed, so one animator has some explaining to do. Number 14. Later in the school play scene, Judy takes center stage for a grand finale.
Anyone can be anything!
Even though we can't help but feel that all is right in the world after this speech, something doesn't add up. Judy finishes by saying thank you and good night.
Thank you and good night!
But moments later when she walks out of the theater with her parents, that's right, it's clearly daytime. Do you think this is a mistake, or should we chalk it up to Judy's dramatic flair? Number 15. This mistake is the perfect example of how tough it can be for animators to keep track of every little detail. But it's our job to scope them out. Can you see it? In Chief Bogo's office, 2 bolts on the light switch plate up and disappear between shots. Number 16. When Officer Hopps chases Duke Weaselton through Little Rodentia, she catches him by trapping him in a donut. When she does, the frosting side is facing down. But when he later rolls into the police headquarters, the frosting is facing up. It's possible the slippery weasel escaped and she had to trap him again, but it seems more likely the animator slipped up.
I popped the weasel!
Number 17. Ah yes, a classic case of the moving nameplate. Back at Clawhauser's desk, his nameplate is sitting on the left near the microphone. Then it jumps right over to the right side near his mug. They should really tie that thing down. Number 18. Wait a minute, that sign doesn't look right. When Judy gets her police training, we see the great big Zootopia Police Academy sign when she enters. The letters are on a hollow metal grid facing out. So why are the letters facing the right way from the inside too? Seems to us one animator forgot the logic of direction for a minute there. Number 19. Does the police force in Zootopia provide a boomerang as a walkie-talkie? For our final mistake, Nick and Judy run over a bridge during an intense chase scene.
Okay, we're sending backup. Hop!
Judy's walkie-talkie suddenly falls off the edge down into the pit below. But a few scenes later, it's right back on her hip. Talk about a great warranty.
Let's go.
Wait, sir. I'm not the only one who saw it.
Considering how difficult it can be for even the most detail-oriented animators to keep up with continuity and props, we're willing to overlook a few mistakes for the sake of our favorite furry police officer. How many of these mistakes did you catch? Did we miss any? Let us know in the comments, and if you'd like to see us scope out more mistakes in your favorite movies, subscribe to The Things Animated for your fix on all things animated.